is up, guys? My name is Asteroid and welcome back to the MPL. I am your coach of the Chicago Chandelures and it is currently week 7. Today we're going to be going up against Mystic Umbreon and the Anistar Umbreons. If you guys want to see his side of the battle, please do so. Link is down there, of course. It's going to be pretty lit. But I'm really nervous. Okay? I'm really nervous because Mystic Umbreon, he's a pretty cool dude. And he's got a very powerful team, consisting of Landorus I, Staraptor, Donphan, Megalopony, Jirachi, Vaporeon, Shaman, Gardevoir, Zoroark, and Galvantula. If you guys do want to see all the statistics for anything you would ever need to know about the MPL, you can find the hub down there. And also, I want to give a quick shout out to the MPL Twitter and also the MPL YouTube. You guys should definitely subscribe and follow over there as well. But without further ado, let's go over our team. Now, if you guys are wondering why I'm a girl and like what's going on here with that, I've been experimenting with PK Hex and save files, and needless to say, I don't have my regular save file. I swapped it out for a pre-made save file that has every single Pokemon you could ever need ever. So yeah, my PC box is filled with Smogon Pokemon. But of course, the downside to that is that I'm using some other person's avatar. But it's okay. It's okay, because we have our team right here. We have Ness, the Lapras, of course. Lapras is coming back for some revenge. And I'm hyped because I freaking love Lapras. With Freeze Dry, Ice Shard, Protect, and Heal Bell. Now, Freeze Dry is going to do damage to Landorus, obviously Staraptor, Donphan, Vaporeon, Shaman. Ice Shard's good for priority, and it does a huge amount of damage to Landorus especially. So priority is going to be nice, especially on a slow Pokemon like Lapras. Protect is mainly there for the potential high jump kick from Megalopony. If we do end up in the situation to where we are against Megalopony, we can go for Protect. And if he happens to go for high jump kick, then that's going to be amazing. Also, Protect is great for just scouting and just kind of seeing what's going on. Maybe catches Zoroark in the act, so that could be nice. And then next up, or finally in terms of the moveset, we have Heal Bell. Now, Heal Bell is obviously for status, but it's mainly for Toxic from Vaporeon. Because we can 1v1 Vaporeon very well, and if he tries to Toxic us, then we are able to heal that, which is awesome. Next up, we have Brave Bird with the Expert Belt. It is, of course, carrying Brave Bird, Flare Blitz, Roost, and Swords Dance. Now, Brave Bird does a lot to his team, so it's very important that we keep this thing around. And it does obviously do a huge amount to his Mega, which is Megalopony, and Megalopony is a huge threat. So I'm glad that we have Brave Bird here. Next up, we have Vinny, the Special Defense Wall with Psychic, Defog, Roost, and Will-O-Wisp. We can take a fair amount of hits from the Megalopony and dish out a Psychic with Vinny here. We can Defog the rocks away. We can Roost to heal. We can Will-O-Wisp. Maybe burn the Staraptor. Maybe burn the Donphan. Maybe burn the Megalopony. Who knows? And then, of course, we have Synchronize. So Mew is here to get rid of hazards, primarily Sticky Web and maybe even rocks. And also just to burn things and eat up hits. Next up, we have Edward Eric with the U-Turn, Knockoff, HP Ice, and Flamethrower. Now, we're not running any Electric-type Stab, which is interesting. But I was talking about it with Dench, and I was talking about it with Sean, and I was talking about it with a lot of people. I talked to a lot of people to build this team, alright? But I originally had Volt Switch, and we decided to swap it out for U-Turn. And the main reason for that is because he has a good amount of electric immunities, being Landorus and Donphan. And obviously U-Turn, nothing is immune to U-Turn. So we figured U-Turn would be the better choice. And also U-Turn does do a good amount to his team offensively. It does super effective damage to Shaman and Zoroark. And honestly, an electric type attack doesn't really do much to his team as a whole. Obviously having an electric type attack would be useful for Staraptor and Vaporeon. But we do have the HP Ice for Staraptor. It's not going to do that much, but it'll do enough. And the cool thing about this though is we can kind of bluff. We can bluff an electric type attack. We might be able to force some switches with Vaporeon and just kind of, you know, kind of make him think that we have an electric type attack even though we don't. So that's kind of useful. Next up, we have Genji the Garchomp. Now this Garchomp is fully defensive, and its main purpose is really just to get up rocks and handle the Staraptor. It can take a hit from Staraptor. It has the rough skin. It has the rocky helmet. It's going to take recoil. It's going to be amazing. So this thing is kind of like our Staraptor counter. We have Stone Edge, Earthquake for the Jirachi, Aqua Tail for the Donphan and the Landorus. Aqua Tail is a 2-hit KO on Landorus, which is awesome. And then, of course, we have Stealth Rock. Now, I was going to run a Dragon type attack, like maybe Dragon Tail or Draco Meteor, but Aqua Tail is probably going to be more useful because it allows us to 1v1 the Donphan, and it does also allow us to do damage to Landorus. Last but not least, we have Sanic, which Dench decided to name, and the main reason why we're naming him Sanic this week instead of the typical flats is because it has agility. So yeah, that's kind of that. We're going to be able to set up an agility, outspeed a lot of things, take the Earthquakes with Shuck a Berry, and then just Grass Knot, Ice Beam, and Hydro Pump his entire team. So, that being said, cue the Chandelure. Let's do this, boys! Okay, what is he gonna bring? What is he going to bring? He has the Lopunny Okay. I love the fact that he brought Zoroark because I was, I don't know, I really wanted him to because you never get to fight Zoroark, and I just love Zoroark as a Pokemon. So, anyways, we have the Lopunny. So that's his Mega, obviously. He has the Zoroark, which is awesome. He has the Jirachi. Okay. Donphan. Vaporeon, which I kind of expected Vaporeon for sure. And then Landorus. So, his team is insane. His team is insane. Okay. So, who is he going to lead with? He might lead with Donphan. Try and get the rocks. That's a possibility. He might lead with Zoroark. Try and fake us out. So we definitely have to keep Zoroark in mind. Because I don't want to forget about that and then have it screw us over. So, part of me wants to lead, I guess, Edward Ulrich. He did not bring Staraptor. He did not bring Staraptor, which is interesting. That's very interesting. I kind of want to get rocks up, maybe. Actually, you know what? You know what? We're going to lead with Edward Ulrich. Because if he wants to lead with the Zoroark, we can U-turn on that. Honestly, I'm really like, I don't know. I really expected Staraptor. Not gonna lie. Like, Staraptor was like one of my biggest fears. Because it just does so much damage. So there's Edward Ulrich. He's gonna lead with Frisk, which is Jirachi. Now the question is this a Zoroark? And honestly, I don't know what Jirachi's gonna do. You know, I don't fight Jirachi enough to know what it does. I mean, obviously it's League format, so anything could happen. I'm kind of surprised he didn't lead with Donphan because I thought he might have wanted to get the rocks up. So this could be a Zoroark. With that in mind, I think I might just knock off. He can't touch us, right? And knockoff will do, you know, it'll do a good chunk to pretty much anyone because we can get rid of items. So if we knock off like leftovers on Vaporeon or maybe Life Orb on Landorus, let's just go for a knockoff. Let's go for a knockoff. If it is a Jirachi, then that's fine. I think that is Zoroark. Actually, I don't know. I just looked it up. Jirachi does get U-turn. I know U-turn is pretty common on Zoroark, right? Since they both get U-turn, I don't know. I don't know whether that was Zoroark or not. I mean, is he really gonna run? Is he really gonna run U-turn Jirachi? I mean, that's probably a thing. Honestly, I could see that being a thing. He goes to Chara, he's basing it off of Undertale. Yes. Yes, I freaking love Undertale. So, there's the knockoff. Obviously, Lopunny was a great play. That was a fantastic play. 10 out of 10. Do I go into Brave Bird? Or do I go into Genji? Because Genji's my physical wall. But he could Ice Punch. Or do I just U-turn? I mean, but then again, we're not going to appreciate a high jump kick. We're not going to appreciate a return. I mean, Brave Bird's not going to appreciate it either. Or I could just stay in. We might be able to take a hit. I really don't know. Part of me wants to do... Well, he's probably going to fake out, right? He's probably going to fake out. He's probably going to fake out. I'm going to go into Talonflame and hope for the Fake Out. I don't think he has any reason not to go for a Fake Out. You see, I wasn't going to go into Talonflame because I thought, you know, Return is going to do a huge amount of damage. But a Fake Out shouldn't do that much. A Fake Out won't do that much, right? I mean, it's obviously going to do a good chunk, but it's not going to like OHKO us. He does go for the Return. Can we take that? We can take that, but I don't think he's going to stay in. Right? You know, because part of me wants to just go for a Roost right now. Expecting the swap. Because there's no way he's staying in, right? Right, he's not going to stay in. He's going to die to a Brave Bird. I'm going to Roost, expecting the swap. If he stays in and goes for a Return, then I guess good game. He has to swap. He has to swap, right? There we go. So, I could have Brave Birded, but I didn't want to sack off my Talonflame. Like, Talonflame is a really, really essential member of my team right now. So we're going to Roost, get some health back. He's probably going to try and set up his rocks. And this is his defensive wall. Should I go into Ness? Maybe? Or go into, actually, you know what? Let's go into Genji. Because we can Aqua Tail it, and we can get up our own rocks. We can get up our own rocks, so... This should work, this should work. He goes for a Stealth Rock. Now, I know he could have, Ice Shard or Seed Bomb, but that is A-okay. That is just fine. Because we're going to get our rocks up. I mean, honestly, rocks don't do that much to his team, but, I mean, I guess they could be useful on Landorus. Not really. I don't know. They're still good for, like, residual damage. Maybe going for an Aqua Tail is my best bet, but you never know. He probably could swap into Vaporeon. He might just Ice Shard here, and if that's the case, then I guess shoot. That would really suck. I don't know. I bet he... I don't think he expected me to go into Genji. I don't think he expected Genji. We'll see what he does. I'm loving these nicknames. So he does stay in. He does not go for an Ice Shard. Probably just an Earthquake. Yeah, he just goes for the EQ. So the nice thing about this is that we can 1v1 this. Oh, that did a lot. I was going to say the nice thing about this is we can 1v1 it. But that did a good chunk. That did more than I wanted it to. I mean, he didn't bring Staraptor, so I guess Genji isn't... He's not as important. I'm just going to Aqua Tail, though, this turn. I don't think he'll expect it. And who knows, he might go into Landorus, and that'd be amazing. He might go into Landorus expecting an Earthquake. Maybe he carries HP Ice. Who knows? But it doesn't look like he has Ice Shard. It doesn't look like he has Ice Shard. He's just going for Earthquakes. He tried to set up the rocks. We got our rocks up, which is good. So there's the Aqua Tail. How much is this gonna do? Okay. He's got Rocky Helmet. He's got Rocky Helmet. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, we have to swap now. We have to swap. I don't want to sack off Genji like this. I don't want to sack off Genji like this. Can we go into Edward Ulrich? Let's go into Edward Ulrich. You know, part of me wanted to go into Flats, but we're not going to appreciate an Earthquake. I know we have the Shuckle Berry, but I'm trying to save that for a safe switch. I want to get a safe switch into Flats. Go for EQ. Go for EQ, please. Please. Thank you. Okay. So, I guess we just HP Ice. Do we just go for an HP Ice? He might swap, expecting, like, Grass Knot. Expecting Grass Knot, he might go into, I guess, Landorus, maybe. Or is Lopunny again? Or should I just knock off? But he might just go back into Lopunny. I'm just gonna, you know what? Should I U-turn? But if he stays in, is he gonna stay in? Is he really gonna stay in? I don't think so. Because the way I swapped in Edward Ulrich, he probably expects Grass Knot. Or Giga Drain. I'm gonna U-turn. Please swap. And then we should be able to get a safe switch into flats. Or maybe someone else. I don't know. I don't know. We will see. We will see. So hopefully you guys having a great day. I'm a little bit sad because tomorrow, Monday, August 1st, I go back to school. So that kind of sucks. He does swap, which is very, very good. But in terms of school, that's going to be Lopunny. Okay. But in terms of school, I'm going to still obviously try and keep the daily uploads coming over here. We'll probably go back to 3 days a week over on the second channel, and then 3 streams a week over on Twitch. And in terms of Twitch and stuff, we're going to get back on schedule over there. We might go back to 2 streams a week on Twitch. I'm not sure. We'll see how much work I get with the new school year, but yeah. We're going to go into Vinny. Because we can defog, and we can take hits for days. I think return is like a 3-hit KO. So, we're going to defog first and foremost. Let's defog. He might swap, he might not swap. He probably will swap. Yeah. So yeah, Mew is a good switch in for Lopunny because we can take it. We can take the hits. He goes into Undyne. I love that name. So my question is, does Stealth Rock break Illusion? I actually don't know. I feel like, you know what? He's got leftovers. I was gonna say this might have been Zoroark, just because, you know, I'm a psychic type. You know what I'm saying? I could go into Ness. Is Ness the play to make? I think it is. Or I can go into Sanic and take this opportunity to go for an agility and just start setting up. Because if we go into Sanic, get the +2, and then Grass Knot this thing, it's not going to do that much, but he'll probably swap out. And then we can Hydro Pump the Donphan. We can Hydro Pump Landorus. You know what? Let's go into Sanic. And let's just agility, because we can agility on this thing just fine. Like, we can get at least 1 agility up just fine. We should be fine. He's going to go for the Scald, which we are going to eat up for days. Sanic is a legend. No burn. Come on! Come on! Okay, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate, but we do have Heal Ball and Lapras. I should have went to Lapras, man. Like, this is a great opportunity to go for the agility, but at the same time, I kind of wish I would have went to Lapras. I feel like Lapras would have been the safer play. Lapras would have been the safer play, but I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know, like, I feel like Sanic was also a pretty safe play, but, I mean, if he goes into Landorus and if he's, like, Scarfed, I think he outspeeds us. He does stay in. There's the agility, so now we're +2. We're going Sanic fast. He's going for Wish. So, I mean, we can Grass Knot. It's not going to do that much, though. I really hope he just swaps. But then again, I'm not sure why he would. Maybe this was a bad play. Because the problem is, Grass Knot doesn't do that much. Especially with him wishing. He might swap, though, yeah. He's going to swap and have that health go into someone else. He goes into Chara. Now, do we outspeed Chara at +2? I don't think so. Unless this Grass Knot kills, I don't... Man, maybe I should have went for... Oh, does it kill? No, we do get a crit, but it doesn't quite kill. Oh, that sucks. I don't think I can stay in. At +2, we don't outspeed it, do we? Hang on. There's no way. There's no way, right? Hang on. Hang on. How? Hang on. Shoot. No, shoot. No, hang on. I'm panicking. How much do you multiply it by? Because if you're raising it by 1, that's 1.5 times, or 1.25 times, right? Okay, no. I think it's 1.5. When you're +1, you're at 1.5 times, right? So would +2 be times 3? Is +2 times 3? I don't know what to multiply this by. Okay, even if it is times 3, we're not outspeeding. Do I go into Mew? Or do I just sack off Sanic? I don't know what to do. You know what, Sanic? It was nice knowing you. We outsped! We outsped! What? What? And the crit! What? What? Okay. Okay. What? 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 I don't... How is that possible? Because even if we... Okay. I think at +2, your stat is multiplied by 3. I think that's how that works, right? Even... Okay, even if... Actually, no, wait. I done goofed. I done goofed. Okay, it can't be multiplied by 3, is it? I don't even know, man. I did not think we'd outspeed. Honestly, I'm really confused. I'm not sure what just happened. Sorry about that, there was a bit of an interruption, but what I'm not understanding is I can't quite remember like how much you would multiply the stat by at +2. If it's times 3, honestly, I'm not entirely sure what just happened. I did not think agility would give us the speed to outspeed him. When I originally checked the stats, Lopunny was at level 100. So I wasn't paying attention, I was kind of panicking, and that was the reason why I didn't think we'd outspeed. But now that I'm thinking about it, even if it was at level 50, I don't know. I just suck at Pokemon. I suck at Pokemon. You know what? All I know is that Sanic is Sanic fast. That's all I know. I mean, we're base 60. He's base 1. Don't get a flinch. Okay. He's base 135. So we should not have outsped. At least I don't think we should have. Man, I don't know. Sanic is putting in nothing but the finest. I love Sanic. If we weren't burned right now, I mean, there's probably a good chance we could have swept. Now, I'm going to stack Sanic off. I'm not going to try and preserve him. I'm just going to try and Oko Frisk. He does swap. I went for Ice Beam. I did go for Ice Beam. He went into Undyne. Okay, never mind. Never mind. It was a good try. It was a good try. So, yes, Sanic. Wow. Oh, we get the freeze. We got the freeze. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Sanic. Sanic, what are you doing? And we live! We live! Alright, you know what? I'm gonna be that guy that tries to preserve the 6-0. I mean, I'm not saying we're gonna get a 6-0, because I doubt it. I mean, it's way too early in the battle to know. But yeah, that sucks. Oh, the Scald melts the ice! I forgot about that. Okay. Okay. So I guess the freeze wasn't that big of a deal. Obviously, it's unfortunate, but I mean, it's not a huge deal. So I guess here's the part where we just freeze dry. I think freeze dry is a 2-hit KO, which is nice. If he wants to swap into Jirachi, Jirachi's not going to take the hit. Zoroark is not bulky, so this should be alright. But yeah, freeze dry pretty much hits his entire team. He's going to stack off Frisk, which is understandable. Frisk, I'm sorry, I have to do this. I love your name. It must be done. It must be done. I honestly, I'm still baffled by how Flats was able to Sanic was able to outspeed Mega Lopunny. I mean, maybe he wasn't fully invested. Maybe that's the case. I'm gonna protect. Just see what he wants to do. Ice Shard does a heck of a lot of damage to this thing. So that's pretty awesome. Focus Blast. Okay, can we take that hit? I think we can. Let's Ice Shard. Let's just Ice Shard. And I like how I named it Mettaton EX. I'm loving the Undertale references. It's beautiful. 10 out of 10. So, Ice Shard probably will not kill, but I think we can take a Focus Blast. I think we can. But then again, it's probably Sheer Force boosted. Does Focus Blast get Sheer Force boosted? I'm not sure. Yeah, it does. So, it's going to be Sheer Force boosted. Sheer Force boosted. Not Stab, but Sheer Force boosted. And also probably Life Orb boosted. Because he might just have Life Orb. I don't know, we'll see. But this video is going to be a bit late. I apologize for that. We're recording this the day it goes live, so it might be a bit late. It's Zoroark! It's Zoroark! Oh, man. Okay, I should have expected that. I should have expected that. I mean, to be fair, Landorus does get Focus Blast. Landorus does get Focus Blast. So I can see how I was fooled. And I like the name Asriel, by the way. But yeah, so he did fool me there. I'm just gonna, you know what? I'm just gonna go for... Let's just Freeze Dry. We can take a Focus Blast, right? Right? He does land it, which is good considering the amount of hacks I got on him. We're not living that. He got the crit. Alright, we're not living that, so... Okay. Okay, Ness, you know what? You did a good job. You did a good job. 10 out of 10. We're gonna keep sending for Death Fodder. Let us go into, I guess, Brave Bird? I mean... Jirachi's gone, Lopunny's gone. Brave Bird does a good chunk to his team. It does an okay chunk. Actually, probably Edward Eelektross would be the best choice. Now, his best switch here would be Vaporeon. But we're bluffing the electric type attack. So he doesn't know that we don't have an electric type attack. He probably thinks we have Volt Switch or T-Bolt. So he probably will not go into Vaporeon. That being said, do I go for an HP Ice? Because he might swap into Donphan or Landorus? Or do I just U-turn? Or do I just Flamethrower? You know what? I'm going to HP Ice. Because he might swap. If he stays in, we can take the hits. We have Assault Vest. And I think an HP Ice should be a 2-hit KO from this range. And honestly, I don't want to U-turn and then swap out. So he goes for Dark Pulse, so we can take that, right? He gets the flinch. Okay. Okay, well now we have to U-turn. We have to U-turn. Please don't get another flinch. Don't get another flinch. Don't get a crit. We take the hit. There's the U-turn bars. Okay. So that's a bit unfortunate, but down goes Asriel. I'm so sorry, Asriel. I'm so sorry. Okay. Okay. I think it's time. Actually, I don't know. Should I go into Vinny? Genji? I mean, he'll just go into Vaporeon. Or maybe Brave Bird. I mean, he has Donphan, Vaporeon, and Landorus left. Sadly, Static is the only Pokemon with an Ice type attack. You know what? Let's just... Let's go into Vinny. Because we can burn the Donphan. We can burn the Vaporeon for residual damage. I know that he could have the Heal Bell. But we can kind of bluff with Vinny a bit. Because obviously he doesn't know what Vinny has. So... even though we really can't do much besides Psychic, he might expect a physical Mew. I don't know. For all he knows, I could have, like, Thunder Punch. Or... I don't know. He goes into Mettaton EX. Do you get Dark Pulse? You don't get Dark Pulse, but you get a lot of Dark type attacks. I don't know what Landorus does. Like, I think he's mostly special. So maybe going for Will-O-Wisp would kind of be a waste. I really wish I had Lapras left. Because Lapras could clean up his team. Like, right now, Lapras could literally just freeze dry and just body the rest of his team. I don't know why I sacked off Lapras. I should have swapped into Vinny. Or Garchomp, or sacked off Flats, or whatever. I'm not sure. Let's just go for a Psychic. Just see what it does. Knockoff, so he is mostly physical. I probably should have burned him. I don't think he can kill us, though. Because obviously Knockoff isn't going to do that much anymore. So we'll try and burn him. He could be mixed. Ooh, that is a good chunk. You know what? I'm just going to Psychic again. Or should I Roost? Let's Roost. We'll see what he does. So he is mixed. We're especially defensive. We can take this hit. We can take it. We can take it. We do take it. Okay. That was a close call. The special defense investment is coming in handy. I'm going to Roost again. I hate to be that guy, but I'm going to Roost again. He's going to swap. We're going to be at full health. Psychic will do a good chunk to Donphan. He goes into Undyne, though. I'm going to Will-O-Wisp and then swap out. Because we can't really touch this thing. Let's just Will-O-Wisp. Get some residual damage off. He might Heal Bell, which is fine. That is totally fine. That is 100% fine. Scald, we can take that for days. Don't get a burn, don't get a burn, don't get a burn. Come on, man. The hacks are real. The hacks are real. Okay. If only I had Lapras. Lapras does so much to his team. You see, people sleep on Lapras. Everyone sleeps on Lapras. Never underestimate Lapras. Lapras is insane. Lapras is insane. So we have a lot of Pokemon that are really weakened down. I really don't know what my best option is. I really don't know. I mean, Scald's gonna body Sanic. Edward Ulrich is gonna die. Genji's not gonna appreciate a hit. I don't think we're gonna live a Scald. If we do, we can't really do much to it besides Earthquake. Let's go into you know what? Let's sack off Sanic. If he decides to go for a Heal Bell here, then we might have the chance to get up at least, or go for at least one Grass Knot. He Scalds. Alright. So GG Sanic. Honestly, Sanic is the MVP. Sanic is the MVP. Thank you, Sanic. Okay, this Vaporeon is an issue. Because we have nothing super effective against it. Lapras was like our one check to this thing. Okay. I'm gonna go into Genji. We don't need Genji to win, right? Do we need Genji? Actually, I don't know. I don't think we do. Ah, this sucks. This sucks. Maybe going to Edward Ulrich. Actually, let's save him for Death Fodder. I'm gonna go into Genji. Try and just do what we can. Just go for an Earthquake, see what happens. If he swaps into Lando, then... Oh, that would suck. That would suck. I don't want to go for an Aqua Tail, though, because... Water Absorb. So he stays in. Earthquake is going to do... not much. Not much. And we're probably going to die to this Scald. We do take the hit. No burn. No burn. Okay. Will he swap into his Landorus? He might swap into Landorus. Which, honestly, I kind of want to go for an Aqua Tail. But that would be such a risky play. That would be a super risky play. Is he going to stay in? Or is he just going to swap into Donphan or Landorus, expecting an Earthquake? I really don't know. I mean, does he think he can survive an Earthquake? I mean, he probably can. Oh, man, what do I do? Because if I go for an EQ and he swaps out, that's going to be horrible. If I go for an Aqua Tail and he stays in, that's going to be equally as bad. Probably worse. Earthquake is not going to kill him. He's going to stay in. Is he? I'm Aqua Tailing. Please swap. Please swap. Please swap. I don't think an Earthquake would necessarily kill him at this range, but he might try and preserve the Vaporeon. He does preserve the Vaporeon. Aqua Tail comes in handy. Thank you. Thank you, and that's probably going to be a dead Landorus. That was beautiful. That was so ballsy. That was so ballsy, but it worked. That was so ballsy, but it worked. Oh, man. I was just heading straight towards danger with that play. Like, if he stayed in, we were done. If he stayed in, we were done. Oh, that was pretty incredible. That was pretty incredible. And this does knock him out. Garchomp, you're a legend. Garchomp, you're a legend. Aqua Tail Garchomp for the win. Yes, okay. It's not over. I'm telling you guys right now, it's not over. This battle, oh, we miss. Okay. Okay, that's reasonable. Genji, you did a good job. You did a great job. You did a fantastic job. Okay. I'm telling you guys, this battle is not over. This battle is far from over. Because people sleep on Donphan. Donphan is a threat. I'm going to Psychic. It's not very specially bulky. It does take the hit. There's the Earthquake. Are we going to survive that? We are going to survive that. And I think that might just be game. I think that might just be game. That was a good game. That was a really good game. He really did get me with the Zoroark there. The Lopunny was a huge threat. I still don't understand. I'm sure I'm missing something really obvious. Like, in all honesty, I did not think that Flats was going to outspeed Lopunny. I don't know what I'm missing, but honestly, I did not expect that. Like, I was really gonna swap out. Like, I was legitimately going to swap out on that Mega Lopunny because, or I was just gonna sack off Flats. Like, literally, when I clicked Hydro Pump, I was pretty much set on just sacking Flats off. But yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you next time. Peace!